What's up guys, how is it going? We are back with another video. Today we are reacting to a Jimmy High Roller video. Now, it's titled No One Thought They Could Pull This Off, and I'm seeing Dave Portnoy, the pizza man, about to hit a free throw. I don't really know what's going to go on in this video, if I'm being honest, but we're about to find out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you drop a like on the video. Go and check out Jimmy High Roller. Let's dive into this and find out what's going on, because the title's not giving much away. Let's go. He's the owner of Barstool as well, he's not just the pizza guy. Oh, it's tense in here. Why is it so tense? Oh, they like that. They liked that, didn't they? That's what you have to do when your boss scores a free throw.
Dave Portnoy, owner and founder of Barstool Sports. And these are some Barstool employees.
Okay.
Regular Joes like you and I. Why are they celebrating
I'm a regular
free throw
Joe.
like they just won the NBA Finals? Well, because they just knocked down 41 free throws in a row.
Okay.
How long did it take them? 16 hours. A group of guys hit 41 consecutive free throws, and it took them 16 mind-numbing...
They had 7,608 attempts to get 41 in a row. Why 41? Well, I'm sure he'll tell us. 16 hours.
Physically torturing hours to do it. Now, at first glance, this feat doesn't sound very hard. I mean, free throws are the easiest shot in basketball outside of an open layup.
I mean, I couldn't do it.
41 in a row from a group of guys that don't do this for a living? I feel like this is way more difficult than it looks. How unlikely is something like this to even be accomplished? And if you were to put a group of NBA players up to the task, how long would it take them? Well, the answer, a lot shorter and yet longer than you would think.
Such an awkward photo. We're about to get an idea, yeah. Jimmy gets those big sponsorships. DraftKings, fair play to him. On his grind, getting that sponsorship money.
Jimmy High Roller, make a free throw. It's pretty easy, right? Michael Williams sure thought they were. While playing for the Timberwolves in 1993, Michael hit 93 consecutive free throws over the course of 17 games. To this day, an NBA record. Stephen Curry's not too bad at them either. He currently holds the record for the highest career free throw percentage, knocking down about 91 out of every 100 free throws over the last 15 years. But these guys are the best free throw shooters in the world. Let's say the average Joe has about a 60% chance of knocking down a free throw. Not a basketball player, not a hooper, just an average guy. Well, then the probability that he knocks down 2 in a row are about 36%. The probability he knocks down 3 in a row, 22%. Keep this streak of free throws going, and the probability the average guy knocks down 41 free throws in a row is about 0.000000802%. Essentially 1 in 125 million.
Okay, that's
insane. A number that my tiny brain can't even comprehend. But that's assuming this average shooter only had 41 attempts to make 41 free throws in a row. And that's also assuming the guys at Barstool are average free throw shooters. They are not.
Okay.
This is Mark Titus. He shot 91% from the line throughout his attempts. This is Mantis. He's a flamethrower. He shot 92% from the line throughout all 335 of his attempts.
What?
The guys at Barstool from the line throughout all 335.
How is this man throwing a basketball?
Of his attempts. The guys at Barstool had 16 hours to pull this off, and much more than just 41 attempts.
I saw in another video at one point, isn't there something to do with it's actually easier to score a free throw if you do it underhand? I'm sure I saw that somewhere. I don't know if that's actually factually true.
In total, these guys shot 7,608 free throws. And after gathering a large sample size, turns out this group shot a collective 80% from the line throughout the 16 hours, which means the probability of them pulling this off in the amount of time that they did it in was about 14%. Except there's one catch here, and that's the fact that they used a mulligan on one of Dave's missed attempts. So that 14% probability jumps up to a 15% probability, which makes this a feat of resilience and the ability to sit in a gym with your buddies for 16 hours and shoot free throws.
Yeah, it's not that hard if you have that many guys.
As incredible as this was for them, this is just another
you do it on your own,
example
that's
of
mentally
how good
tough.
NBA players are. Because if you got 5 NBA players in an empty gym and told them to collectively hit 41 free throws in a row without missing, there's a decent chance they accomplish this task in their first attempt. There are plenty of videos online of players making dozens, 100 free throws in a row without breaking a sweat. But this wasn't just one guy. It was many guys, normal, everyday dudes working collectively. And after looking at this feat and making it way deeper than it ever needed to be, my curiosity got the best of me, and I couldn't just stop there. The NBA record for the most consecutive free throws by a single team is 40 in a row by the Miami Heat last season, hence the whole 41 free throws in a row record-breaking attempt. But how rare is it for an NBA game to feature a streak of at least 41 consecutive free throws made, collectively between both teams? In fact, has there ever been an NBA game where at least 41 free throws went up and at least 41 were good in a row? Well, to find this answer, I had to do some digging. There's no database that logs cumulative single-game free throw streaks, at least not to my knowledge. And so I had to go game by game and play by play.
I always feel bad actually reacting to Jimmy's videos because he puts so much work in, man. Big respect out to Jimmy High Roller. The amount of work this guy puts in to make a video is insane.
In hopes that I might stumble across such an occurrence. At first, this sounded fun. I love diving into random meaningless stat lines looking for one-off occurrences. But what I thought would be maybe 30 minutes of digging turned into hours, which turned into days. Did I push myself to the brink of insanity for a random streak that no one even cares about? Yes. But was it worth it?
That's why we love you, Jimmy.
I don't know. Did I find what I was looking for? You bet your ass I did.
Oh.
To begin my search, I started with the most recent game on the NBA schedule, which at the time was a game between the Clippers and the Timberwolves on February 12th. Unfortunately, their longest streak of makes was just 20. On to the next game. Jazz versus Warriors didn't even qualify since they only attempted 33 free throws, and same goes for Bucks versus Nuggets. Wizards versus Mavericks featured 41 attempted free throws, but they didn't even get 3 shots in before missing one. Pelicans versus Grizzlies didn't qualify, and neither did Rockets versus Knicks. Hawks versus Bulls did qualify, but their longest streak was just 9 free throws made in a row. The next 2 games between the 76ers and the Cavs and the Pacers versus Hornets did not qualify for this as well. And it was at this point that I realized this method of just looking for games that featured at least 41 free throw attempts was not the way to go about this. So I started looking for games that featured 41 made free throws. The next game on the schedule was the Grizzlies versus the Hornets. And this game featured 15 free throw attempts combined. How many free throws did they actually sink? 9. Their longest streak of made free throws was just 3. 3 measly free throws in a
That's
row.
not the game then.
This is gonna take a lot longer than I thought. Of the following games that had the 4
I just start with games where they went to overtime. Surely that gives you more of a chance of more free throws being made. Or a game with James Harden in. You know what I mean? Years ago.
41 made free throws to qualify. The Thunder versus Mavericks missed the 3rd free throw of the game. The Pelicans versus Lakers missed the 3rd free throw of the game. Hornets versus Bucks missed the 2nd. But the next game shined a glimmer of hope upon me and my inconsequential experiment. Wizards versus Celtics.
Oh.
49 free throw attempts. 45 made. The longest streak of free throws made throughout this game. 24.
No way,
streak yet. Keeping the dream alive and keeping my search through random NBA games going. Hawks versus Sixers fell short. So did the Pistons versus Blazers, and the Clippers versus Hawks, Kings versus Bulls, and Heat versus Wizards. A few more duds later, and I came across this game on January 28th. Raptors versus Hawks, where both teams attempted a combined 72 free throws. I'm scrolling.
That's a lot of free throws in a game.
10 consecutive free throws made. 15, 20, 25, 30. Is this the one?
Who's going to ruin it?
No. Bogdanovich actually missed a free throw in
Bogdan.
the 3rd quarter that killed this streak and damn near killed my dreams. Let's continue. No.
4?
No. We are now over 200 games into this, and I have yet to find a game that even comes close to that mark of 41. No. We are now nearing the start of the 2023-2024 season, and not a single team has pulled it off yet. Here's a game where the Blazers and Cavaliers did not miss a single free throw the entire game. I feel like a lost soul, stranded on a deserted island, stumbling across a body of fresh water. I found it. Oh wait, never mind. They only attempted 23 free throws throughout this entire game. At this point, I'm not even tracking how many free throws were attempted or made. Either they hit the streak or they didn't, and none of them did.
Imagine going through
February
this.
12th, 2024, there had been 806 NBA games played this season. Not a single one featured 41 free throws made in a row. How is this possible? A handful of average Joes pulled this off in 16 hours, but the best basketball players in the world couldn't do it in 806 games? I'm upset.
I guess if you got the NBA players in a gym to do it, they're more likely to do it. I mean, in a game, you've got the crowd obviously going wild. There's a bit more pressure on the situation, of course. You are also fatigued, which even with a free throw, I'm guessing fatigue plays a part in that. If you're actually actively running up and down the court constantly and then you have to shoot a free throw, fatigue is going to come into that. So that's probably the reason why it is so hard to find. But it is crazy that there wasn't a single game in 2024 with that stat.
My time has been wasted, and still I tread along, looking for a free throw in a haystack. But I can't just continue to look through games individually. So at this point, I redirect my efforts to a whole new method. Although there's no sorted database specifically for collective made free throws in any given NBA game, the NBA does, of course, track free throws and free throws made, so all I need to do is find the appropriate data set, narrow my criteria to applicable games, and shrink the amount of potential games from tens of thousands to maybe just a few dozen. In this case, all games where teams shot really well from the line and made at least 41 free throws. Now, I'm not just saying this for dramatic effect, but why did I not do this before? Seriously. I mean, honestly, I didn't think two NBA teams would struggle to hit 41 consecutive free throws to this extent, but also because I'm an idiot. So I head over to
You're not, Jimmy.
and I punch in the necessary criteria for my search. We are looking
What is this background sound he's got playing? It's kind of doing my head in.
for any game in any season where both teams shot, let's say, 90% from the line, and both teams attempted at least 13 free throws. This gives us some really good wiggle room. Since one team could be heavily favored in free throw attempts, and not every shot has to be made, we just need a streak of made shots. So for example, if free throws were missed at the beginning or the end of the game, we can
Doesn't
still
affect it.
potentially find
Smart.
a streak somewhere in the middle. And once we factor in these metrics, we narrow down the entire history of the NBA to just 221 games. It says 442, but that's because it's tracking data from both teams for each game. But we can narrow this down even further, because out of these 221 games, only 113 of them featured at least 41 made free throws.
You know how long it would take him to make this one little page that's featured in this video for probably about 5 or 10 seconds? It'd take ages.
And out of these 113 games, 47 of them took place before play-by-play data existed, data which was introduced to the league in 1996, so I cannot find conclusive play-by-play information on these games. Of the remaining 66 games, 23 of them didn't have a significant streak of made free throws, so they're essentially irrelevant, which leaves us with 43 games that featured a streak of at least 20 made free throws.
Let's guess which one it's going to be, right? Let's have a look through these games. I'm going to guess. Where's Houston? I want to go for Houston. I reckon it's going to be a James Harden game. They're not really on there, are they? They're in there in 2023 versus Philadelphia, but I don't fancy that one. Which game shall I go for? I'm going to guess. I am going to guess Memphis versus Boston 2006 is my guess.
In a row. Of these 43 games,
if it's right, I swear I've not seen
13
this.
of them had a streak of at least 30
We've got
free throws, which leaves us with just 2. And out of the 36,206 playoff and regular season games played so far in the play-by-play era, there have been 2 that featured a streak of at least 41 made free
both
throws
of these had it
in a row. 2 occurrences in 36,206 NBA games.
That's mad.
The first was a game between the Pistons and the Bucks on January 12th, 2012, when both teams shot a combined 41 free throws and made all 41 free throws.
Exactly.
The second occurrence, and the NBA record for the most consecutive made free throws in the play-by-play era, was on November 1st, 2021, in a game between the Wizards and the Hawks, where both teams combined for 45 consecutively made free throws, hitting every single free throw throughout the entire game. And when you look at the details of this game, you could start to see why streaks like this virtually never happen, even in the NBA. Of the 13 players who shot free throws in this game, 9 of them were above league average.
I was going to say, Clint Capella definitely wasn't a good free throw shooter. Who else we got there? I don't even know. I know Bradley Beal, obviously. Bogdan, he ruined a streak in the other one. We got Caldwell Pope, Trae Young.
Players who all
Trae Young is
the top
tiny
10
there.
most accurate free throw shooters in the league that season. Even the players who weren't great free throw shooters were knocking down their shots. Clint Capella was the second worst free throw shooter in the NBA.
Told you he weren't good.
And even he went 2 for 2. On November 1st, 2021, the stars aligned and a new NBA record was set. This is what it
Probably
takes
nobody
to
knew
sink
about it.
over 41 free throws in a row in a single NBA game. And somehow, these guys did it in just 16 hours. It's remarkable. A feat that seems fairly pedestrian at first, but turns out is one of the coolest things a bunch of average Joes have ever mustered up.
Well, there we have it. I had no idea what to expect coming into this video, but he was right. No one thought they could pull it off, and they did. Once again, massive respect to Jimmy High Roller. The amount of effort he puts into this video is insane. This video has only just been released. I am reacting to it as it's just been released, but I'm not going to upload it for a few days just because I don't like reacting to brand new videos. You know what I mean? Not that I'm taking any viewers away from Jimmy High Roller because he gets millions of views anyway, but make sure you do go and check him out. Subscribe to his channel because this is an insane amount of effort for a video. It's an insane amount. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. Make sure you subscribe to me. Drop a like on the video and comment down below if there's any other types of videos you want me to test out, or do you want to see me go to a basketball court and try and score 41 free throws in a row? I don't think I can do 16 hours on my own, but we can see how many we could get in a row. Maybe start with 10 in a row. I don't even know if I could get 3 in a row, let alone 41. But guys, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you have a great day. Take it easy. Peace.